Hello everyone, my name is Rajni. So this is the project to Splunk clustered environment configuration, and this is the architecture of the diagram. So one of our client approached us to asking us to configure the Splunk clustered environment. So for this they provided 13 Linux servers, and for this I am using the Splunk version 9.4.1. And the first step is I'm going to configure all the components to the license manager. 13 servers up and running. So before that we have to update the enterprise license. So I already did it. I will show you. Just we have to log in into the license manager. Go to the settings, licensing, and here it will show the enterprise license. If you update the license, it shows the enterprise license. And now I'm going to connect all the components to the license master. The first one is cluster master. So I'm going to take the public IP. Go to the settings and licensing, change peer. So here we have to select this one, and we need to give the license master private IP address and 8089 port number. Click on the save. So change successfully. We have to restart it. Click on like that. We have to do all the components to connect to the license master. I just completed all I connected all the components to the license server. So just we will check it if 13 servers are connected or not. So go to the settings, click on the licensing. Here we can check all the indexes details. See, we can see here 13 servers are connected. Now go to the next step. So configure license manager is completed. Now go to the next step is configure the monitoring console. So this is the step 2. In step 2, configure monitoring console. So how to set up the monitoring console means set up the monitoring console. We have to follow these steps. Now I'm going to do that. So for configuring monitoring console, so I'm going to configure the monitoring console. For that I'm going to create service admin account for each and every component. So now I'm going to create in cluster master first. So we have to go to the settings and click on the users and new user. Have to give the name and password. We need to select the admin. We have to add here and we need to remove the user. We are going to unselect required password and we have to select this acknowledgement and click on the create. So it is created the service admin credentials in cluster master. Like that we have to create all the components. So now I created all the components for service account except universal forwarder 1, universal forwarder 2. So now I'm going to configure it one by one. So for that we have to go to the monitoring console, settings, distributed search, select the search piece, new search pair. So we have to give the URL. We have to give the which first one is the cluster master private IP. Code 8089. E. I have to give the username and password. Click on save. So now we can see the cluster master here. Like that, I'm going to create all the components. So here 10 servers are connected. So we can see. So now I'm going to edit the roles. After this, go to the settings, monitoring console. So here we can see the standard error mode. We have to change into distributed mode. So go to the settings, general setup, and here we can select the distributed. Continue. And after this we have to change all the roles. So I'm going to change one by one. So click on the edit server roles. Here I'm going to unselect and I'm going to select only search head. Search head is act as a monitoring console as well. So that is the reason I checked it search head and click save. Done. So like that I'm going to do all the components, changing the roles. So I changed all the roles here, server roles. Now apply changes. Click on save. Refresh. Now I'm going to run this command. Restart. So cluster manager verify. We need to verify the cluster managers from the UI. It is enabled or not. So now I'm going to configure all the indexes from the backend. Indexer 1. Now we need to restart it. So now I'm checking from UI. See here, one indexer is added. Like that, I'm going to add remaining two indexes as well from the command prompt backend. So now we can see all the indexes. Indexer 1, indexer 2, indexer 3, all indexer we can see here. So indexer cluster configuration is completed. So for this I executed these commands. And now I'm going to do search head cluster. So the next step is configure search head cluster. So for this, I'm going to do this enable deployer, configure the search head cluster members and bootstrap search head cluster elections. Configure the search head cluster. I'm going to run these commands in the command prompt. And the first one is enable the deployer. So this is the backend deployer enabling, and I run these queries and I edit this file as well. So now I'm going to connect search head 1 and 2, 3. So for this, so now I'm going to configure the forwarders. For that, I'm going to do these steps and I'm going to run this configuration. I'm going to run these commands. So configuration updated. Now we have to restart it. Now we can check the deployment server. The forwarders are populated. Log into the deployment server. Go to the settings, forward and management. Now we can maybe change it, host name and IP address. Now we can see the universal forward 1 and 2. So this is the last step, connect all the tiers. So now I'm going to do all these steps. So these are all 13 servers. So now I'm going to connect one by one to the license manager. So first one, I'm going to connect the cluster master. So now I log in into the deployment server. Let's check the heavy forwarders, forwarder management. So we can see here two heavy forwarders. One and two, and one app which we created from the backend. So now I'm going to create the server class. New server class, we have to give the name. We can give any name. So I created the server class. I'm going to server class. We have to create an agent. So we have to select the agents. Let's go to preview. We can select the both agents. Here star means we are adding both heavy forwarders, and click on save. So in agents we can see both heavy forwarders. We can see the name. So now we can see forwarders to heavy forwarders and configuration and server class which we created, and in server class we created agent. And the configuration app, and we can check the backend this one. So here we can see. Now we are going to do indexer discovery in search head cluster through the deployer. I'm logging into the search head. Going to the search and reporting. So we can see all the configured components are displayed here. We can see all the components. Source and host. So this is the project 2. Project 2 is completed. Thank you.